Away from the ECG, let's look at our weather patterns. The Ghana Meteorological Agency, GMET, is set to deploy 250 new recruits across the country. 120 of the new recruits, according to GMET, are trainees from the National Builders Corps who have been retrained and employed as permanent staff of GMET. The Matthew says these deployments will help improve upon its work.
For the past 4 weeks, the Ghana Meteorological Agency has been on a nationwide trek, educating Ghanaians on the effect of climate activities on the weather, as well as the relevance of weather conditions in their daily planning. Climaxing the activities at a closing ceremony in Accra, Acting Director General of the agency, Eric Isuman, disclosed that GMET has recruited 250 new employees for deployment.
Prior to the end of NAPCO program in September 2021, after the 3-year training period, GMET made a special appeal to our minister to grant us a special dispensation to enable us retain the NAPCO personnel, because the agency did not have funds to pay these personnel on contract basis after the program. We requested financial clearance to recruit the personnel. Ladies and gentlemen, our minister responded positively to our plea and made a necessary intervention for us to receive the clearance from the Ministry of Finance in 2022 to recruit additional personnel, not only the retained NAPCO personnel. The current total staff strength of the agency now stand at 556.
Head of Central Analysis and Forecasting at the Ghana Meteorological Agency, Felicity Ahiano, explains the work of these recruits.
We have that some are in charge of administrative procedures, some are in charge of the daily observation, that's the hourly observation, and then we have some that will now be analyzing the data. So we have the assistant meteorologists, we are grooming them, so we'll send them to the regions so they become the regional meteorologists or forecasters. So they now zoom the forecast to the Ashanti region, to the Eastern region, Volta region, Greater Accra, Western Central, Bronx, Savannah, Upper East, Upper West, Northern, Northeast. You see, so they also zone in there so that the forecasts become more accurate.
Delivering the keynote address, the Minister for Communications and Digitization, Esla Owusu-Ekufo, promised more government funding for the agency.
The Ministry of Communications and Digitalization also facilitated payments for operational vehicles procured by the agency, calibration equipment, and the message switching system. I really hope that you would also revamp your broadcasting system as well from your head office. Several other automatic weather stations have been installed with funds from government's e-transform project to expand your network of stations across the country since 2018. We're all witnesses to the improved accuracy of forecast and efficiency in GMET's service delivery. GMET is also a beneficiary institution to receive support under the World Bank funded Ghana Digital Acceleration Project, which is currently awaiting parliamentary approval.
The minister has also appealed to all new recruits to accept posting to any part of the country and work diligently to revamp the Meteorological Agency. James Kwesi Aveji's report, read to you.
Let's get more from GMET. Felicity Ahiano is head of central analysis at GMET. She's joined us for more. Ms. Ahiano, in what capacities will these 250 recruits be working for the agency?
Good morning and thanks for having me. My name is Ahafiano.
Ahafiano, great.
Yes,
thanks for the correction.
It's good. Government has helped us to recruit new staff to the total of 250, taking the staff strength to roughly 600 staff. We have a lot of activities that we do in terms of our mandate as the National Meteorological Organization. We have the observation, which is the meteorological technician. They go to the field to take the data reading the temperature the maximum, minimum, the relative humidity, the cloud type, the amount and the height, the wind speed and direction, and any other meteorological parameters. Then they transmit it into our database where it has been customized and then feed into the global system. We also recruited the assistant meteorologists. They are in the line of analyzing the data and forecasting. And as we are grooming them, we are going to decentralize them into the various regions and into the various units that we have as the meteorological organization or institution. And then some of them will go into the marine, some will go into the hydrological, some will go into the now forecasting, and some will also go into the seasonal forecasting. So that at the end of the day, we all come up with accurate weather forecast for the nation.
I want to find out the extent to which their contribution will improve on your work, but I also want to draw your attention to the fact that there's been complaints about how GMET doesn't always get its predictions right. What difference will these 250 recruits bring as far as improvement of your work is concerned?
The first improvement that we are going to get, the relief into the human resources that we had the challenge with. It's still inadequate, but it's going to be a bit better. Where you have one forecaster running a whole shift, and now with them we are going to get about 2-3 on a shift, which all of them will be looking at different parameters. So if one forecaster can check the wind chart, then the second one will also check the relative chart. The third can check the geopotential chart. So at the end of the day, we'll have a unified data analysis interpretation and be able to come out with the forecast. Yes, we are human beings and we have challenges, errors in it. So definitely we will improve in terms of the forecasting. Then another aspect is that we have the administrative staff that has also been recruited. So they will also be helping when it comes to the administration, that's the support service, whereby the technical staff will not have to depend more or spend more of his or her time dealing with the administrative issues. But we have administrative staff now, they will also be diving into that area. At the end of the day, we all have one goal to achieve, to give 100% accurate weather forecast.
Grateful for your time, Felicity Ahafianyo. She's head of Central Analysis and Forecast at GMET, and she's been explaining how the recruits will improve their work.